Yo, what's up, guys? It's Carter and another a day of audits. Sweet. We've got this. I just noticed, Christian. Yeah, this post did get popular. This is very exciting, and this has been great. I hope this has been valuable to a lot of you guys. So I'm gonna pick another one. And honestly, I'm just going to be completely biased. And Fritz, I'm going to do yours because you signed up to come to the event today. So that's a huge perk. So I'm gonna do your app here, which I have not looked at. But if I remember correctly, we did this, or we looked at this app, or we talked about this topic in Hawaii when we were together. So very cool to see you continuing to do this, taking action, all that good stuff. I'm also interested in this topic and in this field, not only with Forex, but just in the greater market of financial markets. I'm really interested in cryptocurrency right now. So hopefully I can help you with a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if you put anything. Thanks, out. Okay, cool. So Forex Trading Alpha Economic Calendar News. So for anyone who doesn't know, just Forex is the currency trading market, right? It's where you trade. Hey, you buy British pounds and then you sell them against the U.S. dollar, and it's very very small trades, but it's also it's multiplied by I believe 80, meaning that you can make an enormous amount of money very very quickly. Similarly, you can lose a lot of money, which attracts a lot of people that can and have made a huge amount of money. The Forex market, for anyone who doesn't know, is about 300 times bigger than the stock market. So, I mean, it's trillions of dollars a day. Anyway, I'm just saying that just because that's the mindset of people that are interested in Forex. So as you've seen in these other audits, it always starts with the users. Like, who are we going after? Typically a very male-dominated field, things like that. Icon, like I said, I'm not the best icon person. I do think this is a great icon. I like the background where it looks like a stock ticker, which I'm sure you can blur it out. I love the dark colors with the blue. I think that this is something you see a lot of. So like if we type in Forex trading, again, similar to the Pomodoro thing that I did, and we type in images, you see a lot of this colors, right? So this makes a lot of sense to me. And I think that this is probably why you chose to do some of the colors the way you did. I like the logo. I think that the logo, I'm assuming that that has to do with your business. I'm going to see what your support is, but we want to help you conquer the Forex market, bring the biggest financial market in the world, foreign exchange. To compete, you need to edge. You have Forex trading. Okay, cool. So the first thing I would tell you is you got to write something in here that explains how this is going to happen. So we want to help you conquer the Forex market. That's great, but everybody wants to do that, right? There's no app out there. There's no service out there that doesn't want to do that. So you need to say how you're going to do it and be very clear about that. So this is an economic calendar news tool, news and tools and things like that. I'm assuming this is for App Store optimization. Again, I would try to get very clear about what is the one thing that you are really doing that makes the difference, right? So with Forex, there's a million different things, right? Like there's technical analysis, there's alerts, there's charts, there's a lot of other things that I don't even know. And so what of all those things, what is the thing that makes the biggest difference, and how are you making it really, really great? So that's what I would do. Potentially in the title, that may be tough to fit all that in the title, but really drill it right here. Just really nail it. Because right here, this is everything you need. So what I would do is I would pick one of these things and I would talk about that specifically in here. It's like, this is the thing that we do best because this makes the biggest difference. This will make the biggest impact. And then we also have the Swiss Army knife that you need to support this thing crushing it. Okay. So it looks like this is a subscription, which is great. I'm going to check out your website real quick. Quantitative mobile media, data-driven apps are apps. Okay, cool. So it looks like this is more of like the developer page as opposed to the app page. Very cool. Okay, cool. So that's the first thing, right? Take this, pick one of these, and go big on it. Make it your thing. That's going to help all your marketing really, really well. Now, in terms of this, follow the performance of the entire market. Well, Why do I care about the entire market? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but most Forex traders just trade like 2 or 3 currencies. So why would I care about the entire market when I only really care about, trading New Zealand dollars against Bitcoin or whatever people are doing, right? So maybe something where follow the performance of your specific currency so you can blank. Like why do you want to follow that? What about that is so important? And I would also encourage you, as you get specific up here, really drill that in here. And I'm saying drill that a lot, but you see what I'm saying, right? So this would be follow the performance using our proprietary converter calculator or whatever, right? Like convert in real time faster than any other app can do. And then same with these, keep track of all latest economic data. So yeah, I would just get really specific, and I would go to all the Forex trading out there, right? So like, let's just look at what your competitors are doing, and what do they do that you could do better, that you could get more specific about. Because I think this app looks awesome, looks great. If I traded Forex, I'd be interested. But what about this is unique? I think one thing you should really think about is this Bitcoin cryptocurrency thing. I think that, not just because like selfishly I'm interested in that stuff. I think that this is something that very few people are really nailing home. So that might be something. But you want to just get really specific because people have seen this before. And while it does look great, you got to just give them a reason. Like, this is why it's different. This is why it's worth downloading this. Okay? So that looks good, and now let's do a quick what do you call it? Facebook ads. I'm gonna do a quick audience insights thing, which we'll talk about this in the webinar tomorrow for anybody who's going to be on it. What this is all about. Start anything on Facebook. US. I'm actually just going to focus on US because I think that. Forex Signal, InstaForex, Forex Bank, iForex. I'm assuming that'll be big enough. Yeah, okay, so let's just take a quick look. 95% men. Not surprising there. Okay, so this is an older demographic. The other day we looked at the Pomodoro technique and you noticed that the demographic was actually 35 and below. Now I've got a demographic that's between 25 and 45. So you've got an older demographic. You have a lifestyle of savvy singles. So the person is typically a single, living in a city. What is cartoons and carpools? I'm not sure what that's all about. City mixers. So just at first glance, I would say, let's say it's a 37-year-old guy living in New York, who's making some good money, and he likes going out. He likes dating. He likes going and getting drinks. He's doing well. He really would love to buy a sick car, things like that. Job title. This is interesting. Oh, okay, look at this. Construction, extraction, production. I'm not sure what that means, but it looks like someone here might be more of, in the kind of blue collar education background, right? But they live in the city and maybe they want to move up. So maybe they're not the most, analytical, cerebral types, but they're attracted to the money and to the excitement and to the dopamine of it all, as opposed to the technical science of it all. So this could be interesting. I'd have to drill into this a little bit more. What pages do they really like? No surprises here. The Wealthy Investor, Vince Reed, Market Watch, NASDAQ. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Location. Now we're in the U.S. So if I click on that, it's just going to be the U.S. This is interesting in terms of when you get into your marketing. Michigan's going to be really, looks like it could be an interesting place to go after. Georgia, Alabama. Now, what's interesting about this is that all of these states statistically are relatively lower income states. Like you don't see New York, you don't see California, you don't see Florida. I mean, not Florida, but like the states that have more money, right? Like Michigan, I don't know where Dearborn is, but Mississippi, Georgia, these are not high income states. So if you're living in a city in these states, you might not, your real income, your relative income might not be that high. So while you can make a lot of money in Forex, you're actually maybe going after people that don't have a lot of money. And so that really changes the way that you're going to, who you're going to appeal to. Maybe it's not necessarily the sophisticated person, but more the person who's just like, I want to leverage this marketplace to make more money, to kind of get out of where I am. So that's something to think about too. Activity. This is, I had a feeling this was going to be high. Typically, when you have people that are, they're not grad school educated, this is higher, right? The higher that this is, I use this as a proxy for how interested they are in, how discerning they are themselves, right? Like the more cerebral they are. People that are very, very analytical, this is very, very low. And so it looks like the people that are interested in Forex actually may be less analytical than I thought. I'm going to correct myself. I think that they may be more interested in the money and less interested in the analysis and all that than previously thought. Device users, that's less important. And then you look at household income. So look at this. Okay, wow, this is totally, I didn't realize this. But the amount of money people make is actually pretty low. It's not the highest spending people that I may have thought, people that are renting. They don't have homes and all this good stuff. Now, all of this is available for US. This is why we didn't do it in the other side. Wow, but this is really good for you. Look at that. They're big subscription spenders. So that's really good news, Fritz. I mean, the fact that you're doing a subscription app is huge. That's going to work out really, really well in your favor. So anyway, let's get away from that. And now let's fire this app up. So Forex, that's not what I want. Forex trading. Oops. Alpha. There we go. I'm not going to do a big competitive research thing right now because I think the market research really nails it. So first thing, nobody's bidding on your keyword yet, which means that for the Apple search ads, which means if you're not doing it already, I would go in there and see what the deal is. I can tell you that the Apple search stuff is still a huge mess. Most people aren't seeing a lot of impressions or results yet, but that's something to really think about. And just for my own sake, man, Forex trading, how generic can we get and still get ads? Okay, cool. So Forex trading is getting some ads, but I think maybe if you get more specific, so you might be able to just really drill it or really nail it on some exact match keyword stuff. Oops, what happened there? There we go. And so we're going to wait for that to kick in. While that's downloading, let's just look at what else comes up. Axie Trader Alpha, Vision Alpha, Alpha Pro. And then I'm also just going to look really quickly because all these apps are look very similar. And so I'm just going to see what the top Forex app looks like, just so that we know, hey, these are the guys that are, or the people I should say, that are doing the best. All right, Forex. Loading. Forex now. So Forex Trader. So this is interesting because these people are actually that you can trade, I believe, on the phone. So look at this. All right, learn Forex, play in real time. MetaTrader. All right, so it really focuses on the trading itself and the trading game. Investing.com. Okay, well that's interesting. I mean, we could go into that for a very, very long time. All right, that's still loading. Go to that. I'm going to see what this is all about. Forex trading for beginners. Go Forex. Learn Forex. Play in real time. So I like this idea of the virtual game. I've always been really fascinated by that. The fun quiz where more than 130 questions, trading hours, 8 languages. Okay, cool. So I think that I like the first slide the most, right? Learn Forex. That really caters to the market research we just did of people that may be in a lower income and they're attracted to the money side. So maybe you put in your first slide, make money trading Forex. And that's getting into the gray area in terms of good marketing. You don't want to mislead anybody, but if you can bake in a way where you can show people how they're going to make money with Forex and you're going to facilitate them making money with Forex, that could be a huge win for you. Okay, let's open the app up. Forex Trading, Forex Alpha Trading. Okay, would like to send me notifications. Why am I getting notifications, right? This is similar to what we talked about before. You should prompt me before I get this to say, getting notifications allows you to get real-time updates so that you can make the best possible trades. This is how people make the most money, is they have the best, they have the fastest speed. Okay, give them a very, very good reason before you prompt this. But I'm going to click allow, and then I get dropped into this market data. So this is great. Okay, as it stands, the way you are presenting this on your app store, this makes sense because you're saying, hey, look, get all the data, right? And same with the ticker. I'm assuming that this, so it just does like Australian dollars versus Canadian dollars. Here's news, which is probably just pulling some RSS feeds from somewhere else, and then calendar. Okay, so that's I like the calendar a lot. I think that this is really cool. This is something you don't see very often. And then I'm gonna click on the menu, markets, alerts. So what does alerts let me do? So if I click a plus, enter amount. I see. Put the amount in right here. One thing I think you should do is on the alerts, the first time they open this, have a video and explain what alerts are, how to use it, and why it's important. Really get into that and show people, go through an alert. Hey, look, this is what happens when you set up an alert. Show somebody getting an alert on their phone and then show them what to do about it once they get an alert. And then drop them in the add alert area and say, hey, go set up your first alert. This is key. Because I can almost guarantee you when you're talking about the subscription thing that there's going to be like a 500, 600% increase in the amount of people that do subscriptions who have done at least 2 or 3 alerts. Right, the engagement levels, once they do one alert, I'm sure will be so much higher. So for you want to drive them into completing something in this app as soon as possible. So maybe it's the watch list, maybe it's the alert, maybe it's the portfolio, maybe it's the calculator. I don't know. But when they get dropped on here, the first thing that I would do is I would move them into the area of the app that is going to lead them into the highest engagement, that would be the hardest for them to lose when they lose the subscription. And then that's what also goes on your iTunes page, right? So let's say the alerts is the example. After they get the push notifications, you say, hey, welcome to Forex Trading Alpha. This is the ultimate real-time alert Forex. Here's how you set up your first alert. Click here. And you click here and it's a deep link and it drops you over on the alerts and then it shows them a video. Hey, great. I'm going to show you how to set up an alert. I'm going to show you why it's important. I'm going to show you how to do it the first time. You got to do this. And then just move them through all of these things on the left here, the watch list, the portfolio, the calculator. Just get them to do each one of those steps so that they're invested in the app. That is going to make the biggest difference of the store. Okay. And then upgrade to, okay, so the store. So I haven't used this app enough to get prompted. I don't know how much you're upselling that. But what you want to do, once they fill out everything, the alerts, watch list, portfolio, calculator, is then you create like a ticker at the top of this, right? Maybe it says something like 29 days left in your trial. Enjoy it while you have it, or whatever it may be. I think you should also do something where they get a score, like, hey, you're 1 for 4 or 1 out of 4 right now. And if they fill out alerts, if they fill out alerts, it's 1 of 4. They fill out the watch list, they get 2 out of 4. And show them how to complete the app, how to create a complete tool set so that at the top of it says, like, you have complete the Swiss Army knife we talked about. All these features are now working for you. You have an app that is no longer an information hub. This is now an asset. This is now fueling your ability to make money in the Forex market. And I think that by doing that, by having people fill out all that information, you're going to get really, really engaged with them. watch list and all that, right? And so I think from the UX standpoint, you don't necessarily need as much of a like a hardcore onboarding experience, because I think for you, all you really need to do is just move them to the different parts of the app and systematically have them fill out the information, because that way the subscription all of a sudden becomes valuable because they're invested, they care about this. And then the next step is to create a way for them to see how this could make them money, which is why I think the virtual trading is a potentially big win for you. If you say, all right, now you do a virtual trade, do this for 7 days, a 7-day virtual trade challenge where they have but you have to set up everything to unlock the virtual trading. They start doing the virtual trading and they see that they can make money using this app, using this tool. That's when your subscription is going to become just such a no-brainer. And they'll pay you whatever you want. If you're showing them that, hey, you can help them make better trades and be better informed, that's going to be huge. So I think that's what I would do, man. There's a lot here. There's a lot of opportunity. I can tell you on the news side, the biggest thing you want to do eventually is to curate this news feed. So the first time they click on news, you ask them what topics they're most interested in, right? Because right now, this is not going to be meaningful to people. But if someone is interested in commodities, or if they're interested in Japanese yen, I should say, then certain things may be meaningful to them. So you want to be able to curate this the same way you're curating everything else. Eventually, if you can create an algorithm so that you see their watch list or their portfolio and you automatically curate this, that would be the best. But that might involve a lot of tech. And then the calendar, same thing. It's really going to come down to how do you make this meaningful, right? How does someone know what Japanese yen PPI year over year? What does that mean? Why is that important? How is that going to help the guy in New York City who's making $40,000 a year? How is that going to help him make an extra $500 a month using this app, using Forex and all that? So I think you're definitely onto something, man. There's a lot here. I think we should definitely talk about this at the San Francisco event when you come here. I'm pumped that you made this. I think it looks great. I think the dev work is awesome. I think I would consider dropping the ad mob banner and putting in like a house ad, right? Your own graphic or putting in something here that have you filled out all parts of the app. I would focus way more on keeping people inside the app and just using that real estate to move them through the app in a better way. Be like, hey, Forex tip of the day, click here, and it opens up the YouTube videos that you're putting on your YouTube channel or whatever it is you're doing, or even some text that you're parsing out from a web page that you can just update. You can have some VA update that every day or whatever it may be, but make that's great real estate. And honestly, you're going to make a lot more money getting people to buy subscriptions and then eventually selling affiliate links to Forex trading stuff like Tim Sykes' program. You go and you sell affiliate links to Tim Sykes' program through this, and you show it to people that have already filled out all 4 of 4. So I would consider getting rid of the ad mob, right? Like, don't focus on the pennies when you could be going and getting $20 bills type things. Cool, man. Hope that was helpful. I'm stoked on that. I love this stuff. I'd be more than happy to check this out when you get to San Francisco. And everyone, thanks for taking the time. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out.